Here's what you'll learn this week on Net Talk Live, the Internet Talk Show. You'll learn about Internet access from a network and how to get online when behind the firewall. And you'll learn where to go on the web for the best information about plastic surgery and get expert advice about looking your best. And get ready for more weird and wacky websites with our visit to the Main Street Internet Cafe. We'll show you a site that's creepy but useful, where you can write your will right on the web. We'll even take you to an interactive online dictionary you can use to look up words in 200 languages. And we'll give you some Windows tips and tricks to use your mouse to activate photo previews. And we'll show you one way to make sure that getting older comes with rewards at a website where you can sign up to receive free gifts on your birthday. And coming up, you'll see another of our Internet's funniest downloads. So get on the web now and follow along with Net Talk Live. Now let's get started.
From our studios in Dallas, Texas, it's the most watched TV program of its kind in the world. Broadcast to over 100 countries. It's Net Talk Live in triplecast. Watch on TV. Listen on Coast to Coast Radio. Watch or listen on your computer via the Internet. With Internet Field Reporter Georgia Foy, Gadget Guy Dave Mathews, Web Head Luis Vallecillo, and your host, Laura Lewis. Net Talk Live is made possible by DigitalConvergence.com, engineering your digital future. Shebang.com. Don't just shop. Shebang. Exodus Communications, the Internet Data Center Company. So let's get started with the fun and excitement.
Hi, I'm Laura Lewis, and welcome to Net Talk Live, the most watched TV show of its kind, reaching millions of Internet users every week. Also broadcast on radio and the Internet, we're the first interactive triplecast. We want you to get involved with our show, so we invite you to follow along with the graphics you'll see on your screen. Turn on your PC and surf along with us. We'll show you some useful sites and fun places to go online, and you can virtually program our show. Just go to nettalklive.com to take part in our web polls, enter contests, and send us email with your questions and favorite websites. And I'm here with two great guys, the Internet experts, Webhead Luis Vallecillo. Hi, Luis, are you ready?
Yes, and I am great.
And also, Gadget Guy Dave Mathews. Hi, Dave, are you ready?
I'm ready, but Laura, I've got a special message for the kids out there. Remember, Gadget Guy always says, safety, ow! Safety first. A splinter.
Here's our first email question. This is from Lane Rogers of Portland, Oregon. And Lane asks, what do they mean when they say being behind a firewall, and how does that help? That sounds like a question best answered in our very own Gadget Labs with Gadget Guy Dave Mathews. Dave, what's up with this firewall stuff?
That's right, Laura. Just like the firewall in your car protects you from the heat of the engine, a firewall on the Internet prevents evil people from getting in at your computer. Now, before I burn my hand, I'm going to turn off this very intense flame. And I'm going to talk to you about a program called Zone Alarm. And what Zone Alarm does is sets up a firewall in your computer. Now, if you have a cable modem or a DSL connection, something that's always turned on, you are vulnerable to Windows' inherent weaknesses, which might allow people to browse your files or even get at sensitive data within your computer. Now, there's a handful of firewalls out here, but Zone Alarm is the first one that's absolutely free. Now, it's a little tricky at first because you have to get used to Zone Alarm saying, hey, do you want the web browser to get access? Do you want your email to get access? But once you set it up, and it is the easiest one because it tells you what's trying to access the net, once you get it set up, you can rest assured that any other attacks at your system will be thwarted off by Zone Labs Zone Alarm. And check the question site at Net Talk Live to find out how to download this very cool, very free program.
Nice representation of a firewall. Very creative, Dave. Thanks a lot.
Safety first, kids.
Okay, here's my first hot take this week. It's called lookingyourbest.com. And just as the name says, here's a place to go online for the latest information about improving and maintaining the health of your hair and skin and enhancing your body and face. And here you'll get more than just beauty tips. Looking Your Best is also a consumer resource site about cosmetic, medical, and dental procedures and professional skincare. It's also an online community for physicians, dentists, and other providers of aesthetic services. More and more people are turning to reconstructive surgery to improve their appearance, either to restore a youthful look or to correct imperfections caused by factors such as aging, accidents, and birth defects. At this site, you can seek advice about plastic surgery and other hot topics, read the reports online from medical professionals, and view before and after photos of the procedures. These are so amazing, and I found them incredibly interesting. I learned things like the popular procedure for reducing lines around your forehead and eyes is Botox injections, and like how surgery to reshape or resize your nose is called rhinoplasty. This is a very educational website. Check out Looking Your Best and all my hot sites at nettalklive.com. Okay, let's take another question. We have a caller, Tony, in Knoxville, Tennessee. Hi, Tony. What question do you have for us?
I have so many different passwords for so many different websites and services that I can't remember them all. Is there a better, more secure way to keep track of all these passwords?
Okay, thanks, Tony. That really is a great question. Luis, what can you tell us about this?
Well, Laura, there is a little software called Web Confidential, and you can find out about it by going to web-confidential.com. And what it is, it's a little program that resides on your computer that will save every single password for all your websites. And Laura, I don't know if you know this, but when you go to the web and you become a member to a site that you have to assign yourself a username and a password, it's a very good idea not to use the same password everywhere.
I didn't know this.
And that's the easiest way to remember it. Well, this little program helps you by saving the URL, your username, and your password for every single website that you have, and lets you easily get to them again from your web browser. Now, you also have a Windows 98 version, a Mac version, and a Palm Pilot version. So you can carry it with you, so if you're at work or something, you can look it up and look at the URL and go and sign up and get your Hotmail or bank accounts, serial numbers, email, passwords, every single password, and it is protected by a very, very, very high, and I know you won't care about this, 448-bit encryption. That's a lot.
You know
what?
what?
Also uses 128. So
She will. That is very important because she will need to take note of that when she forgets the password to Web Confidential. That means it's virtually impossible to crack that code.
That's right.
But it keeps it all in the one place, and you only have to remember one password, because you remember the one password you need to get into software, and then every other password is available.
I love that. This happened to me yesterday. I forgot a password to a site. This is wonderful
I use it and I carry it with me, and believe me, it is a great little utility.
Okay, thanks, Luis. Okay, now let's go to Georgia. She's holding down the fort at the Main Street Internet Cafe and has this week's weird and funny website.
All right, I've got something morbid for you. Wills on the web. Well, it is morbid, but it's really incredibly interesting. They've got wills on here from the 15th century when people were giving away feather beds and tracts of land, all the way to present day now, where they've got John F. Kennedy Jr.'s will on here, Marilyn Monroe's, even Jacqueline Kennedy, his mom's. But the will I'm checking out now is Elvis Presley's. This is actually Elvis Presley's will. You would not believe the lengths he went through to make Lisa Marie happy. I mean, he just gave her everything, and even his grandmom and his dad. And this is actually a really cool site to kind of see what people leave other people. Be careful what you leave other people in your will, because it could wind up on the internet.
What goes best with popcorn? Why, our internet's funniest download, of course. Coming up next, right after this break.
Net Talk Live is made possible by shebang.com, Exodus Communications. Hang tight, we'll be right back.
Here we go again with another internet's funniest download. Watch this. If you have a funny download, send it to us at funny@nettalklive.com and we might just put it on the air.
Welcome back, and remember to go to nettalklive.com for answers to all the questions on the show and links to the websites. Okay, here's another hot site. YourDictionary.com claims it will become the world's first linguistics company and the premier web portal specializing in language. What is a linguist anyway? Well, on this site, I learned a linguist is not a polyglot who speaks a lot of different languages. A linguist studies the structure of language and the way we learn it and use it, like phonology, which is the study of sounds of syntax, the study of sentence structure, and semantics, which is the study of meaning. Okay, if that starts to sound boring in any way, check out some cool tools on yourdictionary.com, like a web engine that translates entire paragraphs back and forth between English, French, German, Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish with remarkable accuracy. This is a place to go to look up a word in more than 200 languages. Go find this website anytime in my hot sites at nettalklive.com. Now, Dave and Luis, we have a little surprise for you next. Since you guys both think you're the king of high-tech, we sent Georgia undercover to your homes to see just how high-tech you really are.
Okay, I'm in Dave Mathews' house, and he claims he is the gadget guy. He knows everything about gadgets, and he has all the best gadgets, so let's see what he's got. Okay, these look like some pretty old gadgets. That stuff looks like it's 50, 60 years old. Wow, that's some pretty hip stuff. This is like, I guess this plays music. Let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, that's some kind of MP3. Must have played in 1903. He's got to have better gadgets than this. Let's see what he's got. Okay, this room's looking a little more digitally, active. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, look at all this equipment. He's got DVD, satellite dish, VHS, CD. He's got so much stuff in here. He doesn't even have room to put it all in the same place. Let me find the things for this. This is a remote. This looks like remote control for the. All right, I'm assuming this is the computer room, judging by how many computers I see. Okay, here's more stereo equipment. I know that's that a TiVo thing where you can get all those hours of your favorite stuff on TV, but I have no idea what the other stuff is. I know this is a laser printer, and that's a scanner, and this looks like two computers connected to one monitor. This looks, okay, there's a laptop, so that's a docking station. And here's another hidden computer, hidden in the desk, which is, I don't know why you'd ever want to do that. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 computers in this one room. I guess he really is a gadget guy. Okay, I'm in Luis's house right now, and Luis says he is the real gadget guy, so let's see what he's got over here. Okay, this is a pretty cool laptop with a little, oh, I see, he's got a little camera set up here. Probably watches his wife all day to see what she's doing. He's so nosy. And look at this. No, it's not TV, it's a computer. They're watching TV on the computer. I don't even understand that. Well, if you think Dave had a lot of remote controls, look at Luis. Jeez, he has so many, but he does have this other really cool gadget that is cooler than all those, because this controls all of these, so he doesn't need any of them. The good thing about Luis is he does have some things that are not controlled by remote control. Hi, sweetie. Oh, hi. Okay, where's the dog's remote? Get that dog a remote. I'll get back with you later, Barry. Okay, we're in one of Luis's cool gadgety rooms, and it looks like he's got like a gazillion speakers here. What is this? Some kind of stereo radio shot? Let's see what happens. Hey, now that is hip. I hate to put gadget guy Dave Mathews down, but, if you got this thing going on, hey. This is, hey. That's pretty cool.
Have you voted yet? See the surprising results of this week's web poll question instantly at nettalklive.com.
You keep saying you got something for me. Something you don't love but confess. You've been messing where you shouldn't be messing. Now someone else is getting out your pants. These pigs of me go on, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, when friends are gonna walk all over you.
Welcome back to Net Talk Live. We're having a great time, so surf along with us and learn all about the internet and the web. You'll find all the great websites and answers too at nettalklive.com. Okay, here's another question sent to us via email. This is from Kurt Smith of Chicago, Illinois. Kurt writes, okay, you know how there is a picture file in one of your folders, and when you hold the mouse over it, the picture shows up in the lower left-hand corner. How do you make that happen? Thanks to Kurt for a really good question. And Luis, what do you know about this?
Oh, well, Laura, there's some options to the way you can view a window. When you're going through your hard drive and you're looking at the files and the different directories, you have options as to how to view that window. That is accessible via the View menu on your window. Or for example, I have here Windows 98. I have a folder and I have a picture in that folder. Well, this is a two-part question because one thing I can do is I can say view this as a web page. Now this is going to change the look of it, and if I click on a picture file, it's going to show me a little preview on the bottom left corner. But he was saying not to click it, just rolling over it. Well, there's another option under view at the very bottom that says folder options. One of the options you can have with Windows 98 is you can view everything web style, which is one click. Now that I've selected that, I hit OK. Now every single file becomes like a hyperlink, so you see the little underline under it. And when I roll my mouse over that file, I see the preview on the side. So you have a two-step process to be able to get this like roll over motion view like the web pages do.
That's easy for you to say, Luis. You know,
No, it isn't.
Since you don't even own a Windows machine, let me show you another bag of tricks here for Windows. There is what's called Power Toys and Tweak UI. Power Toys goes in and adds a whole slew of features to your browser. You can view cabs, which is Windows' way to store files like a zip. You can do cab view. You can do CD autoplay. Find from here adds a find function anywhere on the desktop. Round clock, because normally you only get that square clock, which Luis will argue.
Yeah, because you know how important that round clock is.
But anyway, there's a whole slew of utilities from the Power Toys and Tweak UI, which you can also find on this week's question site here at Net Talk Live.
Yeah, that's very easy for you to say, Dave.
And I just know that cab is a yellow taxi, right?
That's right.
Okay. Is that right? Okay. Oh boy. Thanks, Luis and Dave. It's time to check in with Georgia for another hot site. She's at the Main Street Internet Cafe, and it looks like they're having way too much fun.
Happy birthday to you.
You guys, that is so sweet. I cannot believe that they think it's my birthday. But anyway, everybody else did too today. It's really cool. I found this fantastic site called birthdayfreestuff.com, and you go there and it gives you a list of places that gives you free stuff for your birthday. This cake, I got it free. I got it free at a grocery store because it was my birthday. I went to McDonald's, got a free Happy Meal for my birthday, got a free library card. You can just get so many cool things. You can get hotel accommodations. Most places give you free food. Almost every place gives you free cake or ice cream, every restaurant. So you have got to check out the site, especially for free birthday stuff. Okay, yeah, I lied, but I mean, you know, I got the cake. Anyway, free birthday stuff or birthdayfreestuff.com. Check out the site. I only did it for y'all. I lied for you. I don't even want this cake.
Have you voted yet? See the surprising results of this week's web poll question instantly at nettalklive.com. Net Talk Live for the whole family. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome back to Net Talk Live. Let's take another call. On the phone, we have Leslie in San Diego, California. Hi, Leslie. What's your question?
I'm planning to travel to Europe soon, and I will need to check my emails and surf the web from my laptop. What will I need to make it possible to get access to the internet overseas?
Oh, that's a great question. A lot of people are traveling with their laptops and they get to another country and they fry their laptops.
Well, not necessarily. Right now, laptops all have dual voltage or auto switching power supplies. So if you look on the power supply itself, you'll see anything that says 100 to 240 volt, 50 or 60 hertz. But short of that, you need adapters and you need an international ISP. My favorite right now is UUNet because they have hops all over the world. But these telephone adapters allow you to connect into other networks other than the United States. And I have some really wild ones here. Look at all these different ones. This is from Liechtenstein, this little guy here. And it allows you to take your telephone connector, which is RJ11, and plug it into these crazy telephone networks.
That's a cool one.
Right. The next problem you have is power. So here's an adapter that converts a 3-prong US to a French adapter here. I've got a UK one, which is this big, ugly, nasty thing here. So all of these different adapters allow you to convert either power or telephone. Now, there's a whole website called Teledapt, which gives you training and insights and knowledge as to how to travel on the go and be able to plug in anywhere you leave. And then there's another site, Targus, which has the least expensive kit. Now, this kit has, dozens of different adapters here, and it's only $100 from Targus. So definitely read it, Teledapt, but then when you're about to buy, go buy the Targus one, because that's the cheapest, and you can find this at most computer stores around the nation.
Wonderful handy kit to have for
That's
this
right.
world traveler with their computer. Well, that's it for this week. Remember to visit us at nettalklive.com. And while you're there, send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to take part in this week's web poll. Before we go, I'd like to thank Dave and Louise and Georgia and our fantastic band, Eden Automatic, and all the behind-the-scenes folks that make the show happen. And last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank you for watching. And do us a favor by telling your friends about the show, and be sure to tune in next time. We've had so much fun and hope you have too. Goodbye, everybody.
NetTalk Live has been made possible by DigitalConvergence.com, engineering your digital future. Shebang.com, don't just shop, shebang. Exodus Communications, the Internet Data Center Company. Tell all your friends and coworkers about NetTalk Live, and we'll see you again next week. NetTalk Live is a presentation of the Digital Broadcasting and Communications Network and is produced by Infotainment Telepictures.